All right, guys. So check this out. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the Galaxy Note 8 camera. So let's go back into auto mode rather. All right. Here's your auto mode. See, notice it says auto right there at the top when you click on it. Auto mode gives you the option to use Bixby Vision, live focus, stickers. Live focus is more for taking what do you call it, portrait. So if you notice, if you tap on focus, live focus, what happens is the back part of your image back there behind the computer is supposed to be out of focus. Whereas the computer, it's nice and sharp and in focus. Excuse me for the lighting, but I have an orange lighting here. This is not my place, but I have an orange light in here, so it's kind of funky. But anyway, so when you want to take an image, you just tap on it to focus, hit the shutter, boom, and then your image is there. So let's take a look at this image. I know it's not going to be that good, but hey. All right, so the computer is more sharp, and if you notice in the background, it's kind of blurry back there. All right, and here's, you could click here to change it back to the normal setting, the normal image. See that? All of that was cropped out around. Look at all of this around the sides. It was cropped out. Back to live focus. You see that? Okay. That's live focus in a nutshell. Basically, you're gonna use live focus if you want to do portraits and you want to get that nice creamy blurry background, then you will use live focus. That's only if you're using auto modes, basically. So you will use live focus. You tap on live focus. Now, let's get out of live focus now. And then you have stickers. That's for all you guys and gals that love the Snapchat kind of thing with all these bunny ears and lions and all the little, I don't know what to call it, a whole bunch of crap basically to put on your picture. That's what that is. All right. And Bixby Vision is supposed to, as you can tell, I never use it, but it's supposed to. Oh shit! It went in there right now. All right, let's get out of here. You're supposed to be able to take a picture of the image and take a picture of something like maybe this camera here, and it will show you where you can purchase it and the name of the item, all that crap too. But I know you guys are not here for that. Here, this is what you're here for. Let's go. Now we in pro mode. Notice the drastic change, and I didn't do anything to the camera yet. I didn't do anything to the settings, but notice the drastic color change. Well, with pro mode, if you look down on the bottom, you have all of these different icons of, little buttons to press. Everything down here controls the camera, and everything up here, well, some of the things up here control the camera, and then the way it look on your screen, meaning like this little icon here, it just stretches the camera out, so you see the whole image. See down here, there's nothing blocking. I'm sorry, I'm kind of screwing up right now, but look, if you look down here, the damn image go down below, all the way down into the navigation bar. That's it. That's what that does. Hit it back and it brings it back up. That's all that is. Just if you want to see a bigger image. All right. So at the top, we all know this nice little button here is to switch into selfie mode. I'm not going to do that right now because you already know about that. Here's your flash. You see, turn it on, turn it off. This right here is your focus meter. Center weight, matrix, spot, and back to center weight. All right, that's these little dots here. Well, it's supposed to be a little dot floating in there, but it's not. Huh. Guess when you move it, okay. There it is. There it is. See? There it goes. So that little dot will stay, that little circle will stay on my face or whoever you're trying to take a picture of. Whatever your image, whatever your subject is, you can have it stay on them. Okay. I'm going to shift it back to center weight. Now here is your area, your AF area. See, this is multi. Right here is the center point. So that means you just tap on whatever area, and that's the area that's going to be in focus. But if you put it on multi, that's when you get the little squares that pop up. So basically, if you move it around, see that? See how the squares move around? It changes different areas that's going to be in focus. That's it. That's what that's for. Here's your settings. Okay. We're not going to go through that. And down below, let's get into the juice right now. This is the juice. This is what helps you get them awesome images. Get out of auto mode and start shooting in pro mode. You won't regret it. Check it out. Here we go. ISO. Your ISO controls the amount of light that comes into the camera. See that? See that? All right. So basically, on a sunny day, a bright sunny day, or a place with a lot of lights, you can get away with having your ISO down to 100, 200. So from like 50 to 200, that's in a bright setting. You can use the ISO, and your image will be nice and crisp, and you have enough lighting. Remember, you got to be in a bright setting. Now, when you raise this ISO up, this is for when you're in a darker situation. Notice, see the camera? Watch the image. It gets brighter as I move the ISO up. 800 is the max you can go on this phone. So that's cool and everything. To brighten up your image, you want to raise up your ISO. You raise it up to 800, and you got a little bit more lighting in there. But there's also a con that comes along with that. And this is what any camera you use. When you raise the ISO up, you introduce more noise into the image. Noise is basically, let's see if we can see it. You can't see it. Hey, let's look at the blacks. Well, you can't see it right now. But noise is basically, if you ever look at an image and there's a lot of, it's depixelated. It looks depixelated. A lot of little dots in it. That's noise. So a lot of times you don't want that in your image unless that's what that's what you like, then hey. But most of the time people don't like that in the image. So they want the most crisp image they can get. So you will lower your ISO, But you lower it, the image gets darker. You raise it, it gets brighter. Alright. So next you have your shutter speed. Shutter speed. Here we go again. If you raise this shutter speed up, look right here on the bottom, right there, you'll see it raise up, right? Check it out. If you raise it up, the image gets darker. If you lower it, the image gets brighter. Look at that. All the way up. All the way down, rather. Okay. So the greatest thing about shooting pro mode is that you can control that. Look at that. 1 over 30, 1 over 15, 1 over 8, whatever. If you're using it in auto mode, you cannot control this. You can't control the shutter speed. You can control the exposure to an extent, but you cannot control the shutter speed. Basically, with shutter speed, you want to raise that up if you have something that's moving in the image. If you got somebody, let's say sports, you got people running around the track or anything like that, then you want to boost the shutter speed up really high so that you can catch them. You can freeze the image basically. All right, but like I said, when you raise the shutter speed, the image gets darker. You lower it, the image gets brighter. So on a normal DSLR camera, usually you want to double the length of your focal length, right? Okay. So let's just say you have this camera here, right? And you're looking at this lens here. Let's see. Hold on. Let me brighten this a little bit. You're looking at this lens here, right? This is your focal length right here on the lens. 24 to 70 millimeter. Let's say if I want to shoot at 50 millimeter. Then on your shutter, if you're shooting at 50, you need to make sure your shutter is at least at 100. 1 over 100. This way you know, let me get it in there. Well, 1 over 125, that's close enough. This way you know that if you was to make a mistake and, move a little bit, the image is not going to go blurry. It's going to be okay. Obviously you can't throw the camera around real fast or whatever, but if you a little bump or something like that, it all depends on your camera too, how good your image stabilization is. But if you move a little bump like that, it's gonna stay in focus. So basically, you shooting at a focal length of 50 millimeters, then your shutter speed should be double that. So at least at 1 and 100th or 1 and 125th. But again, that's just a rule of thumb. You can do whatever you want because remember, with photography, it's an art. So you can do whatever you want, but that's just a rule of thumb. All right, that's just to start you off right. Oh, so notice the image now. See, when I change the shutter speed to 1 over 125th, it looks pretty good, right? And if you look down here, this is your exposure. So basically it's saying positive 1.0. That's a good exposure. It's perfectly exposed. Watch when I lower it. Watch when I raise the shutter speed up. You're going to get into the negatives. Look at that. See it? It's in the negatives. So that means this image is underexposed. Alright, let's raise it back up. There we go. So that's your sweet spot right there. When you're using the Note 8 in Promode in the orange room, this is your sweet spot. Okay? Now, you got this here, which is different looks. We don't use that. We don't use none of this crap when we use it Promode. We just leave it on standard. That's it. This is your autofocus and manual focus setting. Basically, if you want the little yellow dots to focus for you, you leave it on auto. If you want to focus it, then you just move it over. There you go. Look at the image. See how blurry the image is? Now watch how sharp the image get. There you go. But I leave it on auto. I leave it on auto only because the camera's fast. It has a nice fast auto focus system inside of it, so it's pretty good. So I leave it on auto. Okay, here's your white balance. White balance. Watch the image. Look at that. Image is orange. Image is orange. Look at that. The image is more cooler. Look, it's getting bluish. So that shows you right there. Blue, orange. If you take a picture and your picture look orange to you, then you know you need to move this to the left. There you go. See that? There you go. Looks better to me. All right. And that's it. My wife is calling, so I gotta get off this. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. But that's how you use the Promode in the Note 8. All right.